shit. These niggas been hating, get hit with a full clip. They say they don't like me, they want me to hit them with something so shiesty. I said it so nicely, they don't understand why my chain is so icy. Now talk to me nice, they calling my phone saying talk to me nice. Hold on, wait. Then I hit on my jeweler.
Yes, this been an awesome week. Yankees, as you saw in the intro, won a massive game. Yankees just avoided arbitration with Aaron Judge. And nothing is really going wrong right now for a Yankee. What's going on is the king of 161st Street. I'm back with another video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the Monday episode. I had Jake from the Bronx Zoo come on. Such a cool guy. Go check him out. But anyways, we've got a lot to talk about here. So let's get into it. Last night, as you saw in the clip in the intro, I was at Yankee Stadium for last night's game. The first game against Houston this year in Yankee Stadium. And for 7 innings, this was a fucking drag. The Astros came out early. Alex Bregman hit a 3-run homer after they hit Altuve, and I couldn't tell you what their order was. The second guy gets a hit, and Bregman was third. He hit a homer. And then the Yankees come back with Giancarlo Stanton getting back on the wagon, hitting a homer, tying the game, and then right after Yordan Alvarez. He's going to be a problem for a while, guys. I hope we can all recognize how much of a problem this kid is. He hits a missile, a Stantonian blast into right field to make it, to double the lead once again. And now that's when, for 7 innings, the Yankees did not get a hit. They were stuck at 3 runs on 2 hits from the 2nd inning all the way to the 8th. And then the 9th inning comes. Well, let's talk about the bottom of the 8th. So the bottom of the 8th, the Yankees were threatening with 2 outs. Had, was it the bases loaded or first and second? Something like that. And Anthony Rizzo hit a rocket into right field. And it just got, and I think it was Kyle Tucker in right field, made a great play. I looked over, I said, this just makes for a better story in the 9th. And boy, did it make for a better story. Oh my goodness. Glaber walks. You had, before him, 2 walks. First and second. Nobody out. Aaron fucking Hicks. Aaron Hicks finally comes through, and comes through with probably the thumbnail of this video, which is probably the best pimp job of the year. The point, which was absolutely electric. This was, I think, the biggest crowd in Yankee Stadium. We had 44,000 people with me in Yankee Stadium, all going fucking ballistic. And then the guy who's in the news today, guy who's in the news seemingly every day, Aaron Judge, comes through after Trevino gets a single and gets moved over, comes through with a 3-0 pitch that goes over the plate, doesn't miss it, doesn't do too much with it, just hits it down the line, and that's all she wrote. The Yankees came back and beat the Astros. Man, it seems as though no matter what, this team has a chance. That's what I love about this team. Is this team always, no matter what, will always have a chance. That's what you want out of a ball club, is you want to know you have a chance every single night. And I hope this game ended the whole, but they only beat bad teams. In succession, we won the series against the Blue Jays. We won the series against the Rays. And now we're up a game with Houston. We'll see how this series ends this weekend But so far, so good. If we can have one of Jameson Taillon's worst starts, which this was, and it really was only because of 2 pitches. Both of them basically meatballs right to Bregman and right to Alvarez, 2 guys you do not want to give pitches to. One of Taillon's worst starts, and it seems like the Yankee pitching right now is sort of taking like the week off. They're like, you know what? Our offense is going to come through. And, you know, the offense is right now, which is what's making it so fantastic, is that, like, Jameson Taillon could be so off. Freaking, the other day with Montgomery, when Trevino came back, that was... Like, these pitchers are just like, our pitchers are not producing this week. And the Yankees just seem to still come through with win after win. And we'll get to those games because I do have to break down those games back. But seriously, man, that stadium was absolutely electric last night. And so many people were bringing up, how do you, after last night, go to arbitration with Aaron Judge? I know they're not allowed to bring up this year's stats in arbitration, but how in the world are you going to argue he's not worth $21 million? He's worth way more than $21 million. So I'm so happy that the reports just came in that they avoided the arbitration. And it's going to be interesting to see how this offseason goes with Aaron Judge. They basically met in the middle today at $19 million. At least that's what's being reported. So, good thing that we did not have to go to court to get Judge's contract figured out. I'm happy they were able to settle things. The first report was that he declined the offer. He agreed to get more than what the team proposed. Okay, so Buster Olney's coming in. I guess they settled for more than what they initially proposed for. So Aaron Judge is really starting to see the fruits of his labor right now. And this offseason, he will definitely see all of the fruits to his labor. Hopefully, it's with the Yankees, and this is a big sign. I hope this doesn't, like, you guys aren't just blowing past this. This is a huge sign that the Yankees were willing to give in on this contract. So, anyways, let's get back to the topic at hand. The Yankees win the series versus Tampa Bay, which was an entertaining series nonetheless. It was entertaining top to bottom. Garrett Cole had an amazing start against them. A 1 earned run, 7 1/3, 3 walks, 12 strikeouts. This game, Clay Holmes came this close to blowing it. Finally gave up his first earned run of the year, but broke the record for most innings without an earned run. So, can't be too mad at him. Wandy came in, closed the show. But again, Aaron fucking Hicks. This is Aaron Hicks' week. This has been the week of Aaron Hicks. That triple, that really, if he didn't pimp it like he thought it was going to be a homer, he possibly could have gotten around to home plate. But I'm not going to blame him because he did get all the way to third. Scored the run. Just what a week for a guy who's been struggling so mightily this season to the point where fans are starting to get pissed. So we win that game 4-2. Another game where it looked like it looked bleak, but we found a way to pull it out. Then came the Cortez Day. This is one I needed to talk about. This is what's giving me this game, even though we lost it, is what's giving me a ton of confidence about the season right now. It is taking freaking monumental efforts, historical efforts. Isaac Paredes had to hit 3 home runs for them to beat us by 1 run. And came like 20 feet from tying the game with Aaron Judge. Nestor Cortez, again, another game he doesn't have it. His ERA has ballooned all the way up to 2.31 with this start. And it was 5-2 for the majority of this game. And then Marwin Gonzalez hits a wall-scraping home run to make it 5-4 and bring up Aaron Judge as the tying run. He goes after the first pitch. It looks like it has the trajectory, and it just falls. And it's caught, over. But again, they had a player who hit, I think it was 7 home runs in 87 plate appearances or some dumb shit like that. And he had 3 home runs in 3 plate appearances in this game. Again, it pissed me off because it sort of seemed like you understood where he was dominating. Anytime you pitched Isaac Paredes on the inside of the plate, he hit it out. He hit another home run in the next game that we just went over, or that we're going to go over next. He hit a home run in that game, and you're looking at it like, why do you still pitch him like middle in when you know he's struggling with middle away? And then after that at bat where he hit that home run, they finally made the adjustment and they started pitching him away. And he started to make some outs. He looked human. So like he looked like Barry Bonds for like a game and a half. And I think the Yankees are finally starting to realize you cannot pitch him in. It's sort of like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Even though he's a lot better in terms of like how even his strike zone is distributed, he does a lot of his damage inside. You pitch him away, you have a way better shot of getting Vladimir Guerrero Jr. out. Same thing with this kid. He's hitting everything that's coming in and pulling it out. You gotta keep the ball away, and they finally did that. But it took a monumental effort by Tampa to barely beat us. And then they were close. They came close to getting the series win, scoring 3 runs in the second inning. Again, off of a home run from Paredes again. That was in the second inning. And I just went over what Paredes has been doing what he was doing this series. But after that, they scored 1 run. We scored 1 run in that 4th inning. But then we scored 1 in the 6th, where it came off of a throwing error, where Taylor Walls, who to me looks like one of the most inconsistent great fielders in the league. This guy seems like he can steal base hits left and right, and then when it's a simple ground ball with a catcher running, he rushes the throw to a guy who cannot pick the ball for shit in G-Man Choi, and again misses the pick, run scores. Then Judge gets his second home run of the game to make the game 4-3, And then Kiner Falefa gets a base hit, brings up Jose Trevino, who worked an amazing count. Jose Trevino did such a good job to work that count. He was down 1-2 at one point, worked it up to 3-2, made this guy throw. They had IKF running on the pitch, and the guy throws it right down Main Street. Trevino doesn't miss. Over the wall, 2-run homer. Yankees win 5-4 in what is an awesome game. But again, let's not forget, last night's game was the game of the year. And that game proved how much of a threat this team is to win it all. Because even against teams like Houston, who are one of the best teams in the AL, they are pulling it out. No matter what, they score 6 runs in 2 innings, and we can't get a hit in 7 innings after that. It doesn't matter. We're gonna find a way to get on base, find a way to get Presley to work. That's something the Yankees have been doing a lot of, is make the pitcher work. Especially when they're struggling, you make him throw, you make him make pitches. And that's what they did last night to bring up Hicks with no outs, is they made him work. And right now it seems like that's the theme, is like players stepping up, making them work, and they're more aggressive. So that's it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Man, this has been such a fun year, and I am so happy that they just finished that they solved this arbitration issue, because that gives me a lot of hope that they will be able to come to terms on a deal come the offseason. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video though. If you did, leave a like down below. If you're new here, hit that sub button. I'm on my way to 1,000 subs. I need your help to get there. So please help me out. Hit that sub button. Comment below. What did you think about this series? What did you think about that game last night? Man, it was so fun to be in the stadium. That really felt like a playoff atmosphere in that 9th inning. That 9th inning was such a playoff atmosphere. It was so fun to be in the stadium. And so hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.